The 6 Fundamentals. To support your learning and development, the university has created a framework of 6 fundamentals. These are the essential areas of learning to support you while you study for your degree and develop in the workplace. The 6 fundamentals are a combination of apprenticeship requirements and additional areas of understanding which add employability and personal development value to your experience. The 6 fundamentals also ensure your program is compliant with the requirements of quality assurance and governance organisations. The 6 fundamentals will be embedded into your lectures and discussed at your regular progress review meetings. In this video, you'll be introduced to the 6 fundamentals. We will explore each topic, and during induction week, you'll have the opportunity to frame each fundamental within your specific program of study. During your time on program, you will become more familiar with the fundamentals and your understanding will develop. After developing a basic understanding, you will be able to describe each fundamental. Next, you will develop an awareness of how you apply each fundamental and give examples of application. Later on within your program, you'll be able to analyse the impact of the 6 fundamentals, both academically and within the workplace. And finally, you'll be able to evaluate the value of understanding and applying the 6 fundamentals. To measure your development in these areas, we will first establish your starting point through self-assessment with the creation of an Individual Learning Plan, or ILP. Following this, every 12 weeks you will take part in a progress review meeting, which will record your progress and set SMART goals to ensure your progress is continuous. We will now look at each of the 6 fundamental areas. Safeguarding and prevent. Safeguarding means protecting people's health, well-being and human rights and enabling them to live free from harm, abuse and neglect. The university has a responsibility to ensure that you are and feel safe at university and in the workplace. We do this in a variety of ways. You can read the safeguarding policy on the website. Online, you will also find information about the Ask Us service. Ask Us provides a huge range of advice and guidance services, including disability and learner support and health and wellbeing services, both urgent care and slow time counselling. The university's Safe Zone app provides you with immediate access to support where you can raise an emergency alert, request first aid and ask for help. You can download the app from safezoneapp.com. During progress review meetings, we will talk to you about your experience of safeguarding. You might work with patients, work in the community, be responsible for safeguarding policies or review meetings, or maybe you supervise staff. We will discuss local issues which may affect you or those you work with, such as county lines, domestic violence, online grooming, radicalisation, and economic deprivation. The Counter-Terrorism and Security Act 2015 includes the duty for specified authorities, such as universities, to have due regard to the need to prevent people from being drawn into terrorism. This is the Prevent duty. Prevent is a national safeguarding programme that supports people who are at risk of becoming involved with terrorism through radicalisation. Radicalisation means someone is being encouraged to develop extreme views or beliefs in support of terrorist groups and activities. This short video from the Home Office provides an overview of the Prevent duty.
When I was 15, I was struggling with who I was and I wasn't sure how I fitted into society. I felt like everything was against me and I became isolated from my friends and family. I spent all my time looking at websites and social media that I thought were helping me cope with what I was going through. It made me feel like I was a part of something bigger, like I had a sense of direction again. I was convinced that society was to blame and that violence and hatred were the answer to my problems.
I noticed Adam was acting differently. He had stopped speaking with his friends and he seemed to get angry easily. On a number of occasions, he expressed some extreme ideological views about terrorism that really worried me. I checked my concerns with a colleague, and because of the changes in behaviour and extreme comments, I decided to make a Prevent referral to the police. Because I spotted it early, Adam's referral was discussed at a multi-agency panel and he was able to get support. An intervention provider, like a mentor, helped him realise that the people online were sharing distorted stories and hateful beliefs, and so we were able to stop him before he did something he would regret.
Prevent aims to stop people becoming terrorists or supporting terrorism. Public sector frontline staff should all be aware of their responsibilities under Prevent. So, whether you work in healthcare, education, or for the local authority, we all have a duty to look out for and report our concerns when we see them. Understanding the importance of Prevent and how to identify the signs that someone might be susceptible to radicalisation will mean you can be confident about making a referral. Prevent isn't a tool for spying on people. It's here to keep people safe by using common sense and professional judgment. To find out more, go to gov.uk/prevent.
If you have any safeguarding or Prevent concerns, these can be reported to a member of staff you feel comfortable with or through the university's Report and Support service. You can use Report and Support anonymously or provide contact details if you wish to be contacted by an advisor. The Report and Support web pages provide information on a range of topics and include definitions as well as advice and guidance. This video provides further detail.
The Report and Support service, the team has been put in place really to support students who have experienced any kind of abuse or harassment on campus or off campus, or even things that have happened previously to come into university. So students can come to our Report and Support platform, or they can email us at report-it@salford.ac.uk.
So the type of support that our team can offer is practical and emotional support. It could be that we offer them some financial assistance through the Salford Support Fund, refer them into wellbeing for the emotional support. It could be other external organisations regarding mental health or again practical support. Every person's disclosure is individual to them, and again it comes down to consent and what somebody needs at that time.
So I think for us to have specialist advisors at the university, that can ensure that that person is getting that all around specialised support from someone who's experienced.
We have sexual violence and sexual abuse, bullying and harassment as a specialist area. We have safeguarding and prevent, and then we have hate crime and racism as well, domestic abuse. So those are really quite significant areas that we cover, that we understand has a deeper level of impact on our university population. So with Report and Support, you can report in with your reporting details, but you can also do it anonymously as well. It still gives us an understanding of the prevalence of what's taking place. So if we get a few reports in that are anonymous, centred around a particular issue, then we know that we need to target our resources there.
Once a student's completed a report, we triage those, so we have a look, make sure it goes to the appropriate person, so our team will then make those initial contacts with students.
That contact usually initially is over email because we understand that students like to engage with us in different ways, and some people feel quite nervous over the phone. And then we'd meet with the student and discuss with them really what their options are and what they would like to do.
When the first year students first come to university, it can be a really daunting experience for them. It's really good for them to know that there is a free confidential service here at the university that they can access.
The more reports we get, the more we get an idea of the type of things that are happening on our campus and where we might need to put support or resources in around the university. So it gives us a really good overview of what's happening here at Salford, here at the university.
Equity, diversity and inclusion. Feeling valued, supported and included is crucial to the success of all apprentices.
All of us are made of many identities and passions. It makes us who we are. We are proud parents and passionate performers. We're innovative engineers and network reformers. We're local, we're global, and all different races, many cultures, many faiths, and from many places. We have different genders. We're proud to be LGBT. We're younger and older and focus on ability. We're academics, students, and alumni from near and far. We're a community of many things. It makes us who we are.
The university is passionate about equity, diversity and inclusion, and online you will find information on how different groups are supported, including those with caring responsibilities, those with disabilities, and those who practice a faith. Under the umbrella term Equity, Diversity and Inclusion, as an apprentice you will explore the Equality Act and fundamental British values. You may already be familiar with the Equality Act and protected characteristics. However, you may be less familiar with fundamental British values framework of democracy, rule of law, individual liberty, and respect and tolerance. Understanding these terms is an Ofsted requirement of your programme, and so we will now review each area. Democracy, the practice or principles of social equality, a rule of the majority. You will see democracy in action at the university through the Student Rep and Student Voice programmes. You may volunteer to be a course rep or a school rep, and directly be involved in how your programme of study is developed. During progress review meetings, we will discuss democracy in your workplace, how this impacts your development, and how you can influence your environment. When discussing the rule of law, you will consider the laws that we must all follow, as well as policies of your employer, requirements of industry-specific governing bodies, and codes of conduct to professional associations, which must be adhered to as a condition of membership. In progress review meetings, we will discuss the importance and impact of these different laws. The full title of this fundamental is Respect and Tolerance of Those with Different Faiths and Beliefs. As we have already identified, difference and diversity is something to protect and celebrate, and respect and tolerance can go beyond the difference of faith and belief. When discussing the fundamental, we may consider awareness of cultural or religious beliefs, overcoming barriers, understanding preferences, and adjustments to practice. Individual liberty is all about freedom and personal rights. We may discuss the impact of protection of human rights, freedom to make choices, freedom to be ourselves, free speech, free expression. In the workplace, our healthcare apprentices may consider how they provide freedom from pain and increased mobility, and our police apprentices may reflect on the responsibility of choosing to remove someone's liberty and how their actions can support vulnerable people to escape unhealthy situations. Health, well-being and enrichment. Looking after your health and well-being is an important part of being an apprentice. Juggling work, study and home life can be a challenge, and so we'll regularly check in with you to see how you are and how we can support you. The Student Union hosts a diverse range of societies, and if fitness is your thing, or you'd like it to be, the Sports Centre might be the place for you.
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm Fitness Manager here at the Sports Centre. We offer new students one-to-one personal programmes, which is totally free as part of your membership.
What those programmes do is they provide structure and guidance in the gym. There's always an instructor around to help if you need to make any adaptations or anything like that. In addition, we've also got the Student Union Plus Sport to Go programme, which takes place on a nightly basis here during term time. Our advice for students would be to make sure you enjoy the university experience. The Sports Centre can play a big role in that. What's key when you're engaged in physical activity is to do something which is enjoyable and sustainable, and potentially maybe even come down to one of Kim's classes.
For more formal support, you can access wellbeing and counselling services through Ask Us. Maths, English and Digital. The development of maths, English and digital skills will be crucial not only to your academic progress, but also will enhance your employability skills. Maths, English and digital skills are interwoven throughout your programme, and we will discuss application both at university and in the workplace. Maths, English and digital skills support is available through the Clifford Whitworth Library, via one-to-one librarian support, workshops and e-learning. You can also borrow a laptop from the library on long-term loan and find a quiet place to study. Careers and employability. The university offers expert, impartial and confidential employment advice on areas such as CV writing, application support, career planning, skills development and enterprise. This can be accessed throughout your time at university and beyond as alumni to help you further your career post-apprenticeship. Endpoint assessment. Begin with the end in mind. The endpoint assessment of your apprenticeship will be the final assessment of the knowledge, skills and behaviours you have developed while on programme. It is important that you understand what you are working towards from day one. We will review your understanding of and your progress towards your endpoint assessment at each progress review meeting. This has been an introduction to the 6 fundamentals. During induction, you will meet your learning and development coach and further explore these topics. Thank you for watching. Now please complete the 10-question review. The link is in your induction email. If you have any questions, please get in touch.